A year ago today, my cousin's 16-month-old son was accidentally hit by a vehicle in the driveway of his home. I'm posting to share a poem with you, and it starts out hopeful, a little cheery, but mainly appreciative. Because that's what I was feeling when my mom called me on February 1st of 2012 to let me know that Flight for Life had arrived. And baby Sage was on his way to the emergency room. It got me thinking about how great society is, and that we have education, training, and technical school that allow us to become useful tools for each other, including the first responders that arrived that night. This poem ends a little more bitter, and that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of what I was feeling when I found out that baby Sage didn't make it that night. Sage Joseph Gustafson was 16 months old, and he was accidentally hit by a vehicle in the driveway of his home. He ended up dying, and the person driving was his grandpa. But this poem starts out hopeful. Sometimes life gives us lemons. Sometimes curveballs. Nothing's unique. Everyone falls. Sometimes it's not helpful to make lemonade, and sometimes impractical to live for decades if great quantities appear, but even then, please trust, you can steer. Although what they say is contrary, the number of lemons we get is arbitrary, but randomness can make a mess. So suck on the lemons. A silly face is sign of success. Suck on the lemons, but spit out the seeds. You've got to remember not to water the weeds. The weeds take what our happiness needs, and that is intentionality. Humanity impresses me. We come in different types, all with varying likes, working together to ensure that our organism will endure. It's completely biological, but its beauty is intrinsical, eliminating intrusive bodies when we can, healing failing bodies with a willing hand. It's scientists, and all they know. Philosophers, and all they show. It's farmers, and all they grow. It's engineers' design, still signs of long ago. The oceans flow, the ships bestow defense against the blow of wind. So we transcend a distance that's so large, new experiences offered with each incoming barge, paving the way for the bodies of the future, making life for us a bit more conducive. And that is the reason we live, to try to provide and to try to give birth to the next generation. Propagating permutation. DNA is our common foundation. To bacteria we have relation. We did not come from creation. We came from stardust, and I trust that we don't have free will. Though some try to instill a grander scheme, that is simply a cultural meme. We want to produce, to replicate. So lust and desire are strictly our fate, and I know it might sound harsh to hear that I don't believe things happen for a reason. But harsh is watching pastor preach of our already very sorrowful season while images of babe flash on funeral screen. Because 16 months was all Sage had seen. 1 year and 4 months was all Sage had seen, and I find it obscene to tell his grandpa that although accidental blood has stained his hands, it was some benevolent God who rules these lands that willed this tragedy nobody understands. Because nobody understands. And maybe, just maybe, there's nothing to get. And maybe sometimes shit just happens, and maybe we have to take it with a grain of salt, but accident is nobody's fault. So fall into family and lean onto friends, because I know you're starting to feel queasy. This new reality, it's not easy. But if we're all in this together, then one day it will get better. This pain, it can't last forever. And lastly, my mother once told me something I'd like you to hear. When vast and when wide can describe your circle of dear and loved ones, then I fear more frequent is the pain of their passing. So I'm asking the gain of light while they're here not forgotten, for life without love must be the worst kind of rotten. So when your beautiful circle has gotten the bad hand many times, breathe deep and remember that limes come with salt. You've got to stay thankful for each minute you've got.